Okay, and so for today, let's study about how to make a whip, a new different or whip. It's not a sharp square whip, but a plate whip. A whip that having a plate, a sharp plate like a knife that can cut side by side of the plate that very cuttable to every object. And now, this is how to make and about how to use tool. Mostly this is a plate. Imagine that this is a plate of the whip. This is the whip. Connect it into one after one after one until as long as the whip that you can hold on, grab on. But how is it work? One, we need to understand about the gravity of the earth or the planet first. The gravity of the planet, it made the whip easy to control as a plate, a flying plate that you can swing around without any rope. Of course, you can swing a plate around like kids around because of the gravity, but the plate is difficult to stand upright. If it's if it sleep right here, it's easy. But if you stand right here, it's difficult. And this is the part that we have the upper hand by the gravities to use this plates with very easily. And this is the upper hand of the gravity that we got for this whip. And to train about this whip, don't just jump over to the whole side of the whip. No. First, we need to understand how to control the wind flowing, the flow of the wind. The wind flow pass by the whip. We need to control the whip right here as swinging, but not standing, more like sleeping. A sleeping plate that swing around in the wind, in the flowing wind, powerful gush or the wind make it slip form like here, and whip the whip like a swing, like a slip form. Don't whip it like a stand form like this. It's not gonna get through to the wind or the gush wind that fly past the plate. Whip, use it right here like a snake form, a snake size that is swing around like this. You see? It will cut. But to do that, we need to train first. Train with the first part of the whip first. We need to mastering the first part of the whip for the whip user, and then go to the second whip. After we train the first part and the second part, we can use it probably. We can use it, master it expertly, and then connect it to the third part. The third one, do the same technique like a snake form. Swing and cut, swing and cut, swing and cut, swing and cut like a snake. Because of the gravity of the planet, it's easy to maintain the balance of the whip to stand in the snake form, not the opposite like this. The right position like this. Swing it like a snake and cut it around openly. It is. And then the longer you can mastering, the longer you can use, the longer you can swing, the most heavier, dangerously, the more cut deeper the whip it could be. Only we need to practice. This is, let's say this is a martial art whip, a martial art plate, whip, a whip that connected to the plate, sharp like a blade, like this side, like like this form, and connected to one after to one, after one, after one, and after one, and one and after one, and one and after two, and one and after three, more than that, longer than that, as the martial art user that they can use, that they can train. But the first thing that to do is that master the first part first. The first part they cap on it, master the first, and then the second part connect the second one. Control the two things in front of the wind, a gush wind, a flowing wind that we need to control it like a snake form. Controlling the snake form first. The first step, knowing the wind. No, the first step, knowing the wind. The gush of wind, how to how to swing the blade in the snake form. The first step, we need to control our snake form, swing around like a snake, spin like a snake, moving on the land, on the earth, on the ground, like it moving and moving and moving, only the moving in the water, the way that it moves, the way that it's flow, the move that it moves on the snake. Need to control the form of the snake. The first we need to control the one part, and then connect to the second part, still the form of the snake, and then to the third part, still the form of the snake. The first, the third part, needed the fourth part, the fifth part that we connect to each by each on the plate of the blade that we connect to our whip, the sharp. We need to control it like a snake form. We need to train it on the ground first to know how to swing it around like a snake. Until then, swing it a little bit further, swing it back, cut like this. Imagine that my arm is a plate whip, swing around like a snake, swing back, chop, swing back, chop, swing back, chop, like this, like a snake. This is a martial whip, and the second part is the connection part. After the first part that we understand about the gravity and how to control the move or the wind, the flow or the gush of the wind, we can control it, we can maintain the balance in the wind or the plate or the whip, and then we can go to the part 2 of the whip, the connection part. We connect one part after we mastering the first part, after we mastering the first part, and then the second part, mastering the second part, and then the third part, and then the fourth part, and then the fifth part. Always go and go and go and go further and further and further and further after as we can use, and then we can maintain or move, swing around, chopping thing around us like a pro whipsters. And this is a plate whip, a whip that have a blade as possible and swing it around. One side blade, not deformed, not the last form that I show. No. It's not like the last form. This is a one side form. The last whip I know that is a four side plate that connected to each other. And it's easy to use. It swing around. It very easy. That is a general whip. But this is a martial art whip. This whip is different. Mostly like a snake moving around and cutting around. This is a martial art whip. It's not a general whip at all. A martial art. The swing, cutting around, everything around them. And also I do have something to tell about the martial art. Somehow never said about the word strength in the martial art. In martial art world, strength is never the meathead, like a gymmer that buffing their bodies around like a meathead. using only their strength, depending on their strength. No, never talking about strength isn't helping in the martial arts. Strength doesn't helping in the technique. Strength give you the upper hand in your technique, performing perfectly to reaching your technique into the maximum power. Like the way that I swing the small, tiniest rope, heavy less rope, like a fur of the animal, and swoop like a wind, and short like this, shorter than this, swoop it like a wind. Sometimes producer need a little bit heavier short rope to whoop it loud, but I use it only a heavy-less, smallest, shortest rope, piece of the heavy-less rope like this, whoop it like a whip, small like my hair, bigger than my hair a little bit, mostly like 5 on my black hair on my head. This side longer like this, closely together, 5 hair, so whoop it like a whip, whoop whoop. Want to catch all of it. Strength, it never give you the technique at all, but strength help your strength, your whole body. It helping you to reach to the maximum power of your technique. Never complaining about strength like this, strength like that. Only technique, the technique that can help you stronger and powerful. Sometimes it could be, and no matter how your technique perform perfectly enough or not, if your strength are not enough, your body strength is not enough, you couldn't perform the maximum power of your technique at all. We need strength, but not too much strength. A full strength that you can reach, help you reach to your full maximum of your technique. Your technique need the strength. Mostly like a samurai man that cutting a wood side of this wood, 5 of it. One person it can cut through it easily, but another person using the same technique perfectly than the technique, but can cut only 3 inches to 4, not cut it all. But the third person can cut through the wood with his perfect technique and his perfect strength. The strength that give him enough strength of the body of the swordsman. The swordsman that having a body strength. A body strength of the swordsman strong enough to reach to their technique in the full maximum. It can cut deeper, cleaner, faster, and he couldn't almost cut everything. Two samurai sword, two sword. The two sword that made by the same hand, crafting by the same master sword making or the sword craftsman. He crafting the same two sword, sharper, stronger, the same way. But when the sword go to the two person, the first person have enough strength and the second person don't have enough strength at all. And when two of them have the same technique, the same movement, and when it clash, the person that have enough strength can break the sword that forged by the same smith. He can use the same sword, same two sword, but one sword with the full strength, reach to the maximum of their technique, can crush, can break down the sword in the hand of the man that don't have enough strength to reach to his full maximum power of his own technique. Same technique, same sword, same person, same movement, but the one that having enough strength, it can manage to break down the same sword or the same smith, the same craftsman, the same blacksmith, the same craftsman, and that is the strength, the crucial role of the strength body of the human that can help us, lead us into the full maximum power of our technique. Every technique needs a strength. How enough strength can help you maintain or reach to the goal of your full maximum powers. Leader the boxing, like Mike Tyson, with his skill, his movement, his technique, with his strength, he can reach to his full maximum powers. And that's just a boxing. What about Taekwondo, kicking box, or everything that most out there, martial art out there, nowadays right there that everyone still using? Same no, no, two different guys, but same teacher, same movement, same speed, same technique, but one is superior because of his strength is far far more than that. Sometimes Jim could help, but sometimes Jim couldn't help. But a push up, he's our teacher. He's our guidance. A push up, 100 push up per day. Neither you can do it for 10 times per 10 times per short moment, and then wait for the second, and then wait for the more a bit 2 or 5 minutes later, do it 10 more until 100. At least it to 100 push up or 200 push up per day for a same for the few year with non-stop push up. And normally daily exercise like 1918, most of the people in there they usually walk and carry on a heavy object as their daily life. Imagine that those old school people having the maximum body strength and powers and cement seed of their life force strength by those with their clean food and combined with the martial art, two or it combined is very unstoppable, very unstoppable. And then about the food stuffs, but sometimes we do need to get push up every days. Push up neither for the gym, the pro gymmer do need to do some push up to maintain their whole body system, and the martial art do need to do some push up to maintain their strength to reach to the maximum power of their strength. Push up is everywhere. We can use push up for everything. Even a 3-year-old kid, 3-year-old kids was born almost yesterday can do the push up too. Not pulling up, but a push up. We can do it everywhere. It boosting your whole body, staying your whole body system. But don't use never using the push up to look outfit, but using the push up to play your game, to continue your game, to carry on your game. Push up for what? Setting a goal. Want to be a pro boxing, want to be a swordsman, want to be what? Want to be a martial art. We need to boosting our strength by push up. Using the push up to reach to what you want, to get what you want. Not using the push up to be your survival. No. Push up couldn't be your survival, but it's your guidance, your teacher to help you to reach to your maximum in everything, every part of your life. In every part of your life, using push up like your own personal stepping stone. Human personal stepping stone is a push up. Push up all days, all night, all days, all night, not all night, all days. Push up all days is the human stepping stone to get what they want. It's not about your surviving on a push up or you don't get push up, you couldn't live. No, don't think like that. It's boring, very boring. But using push up to be your own personal stepping stone to get whatever you want. You can be everything. If you using the push up every day to be your own stepping stone, or your stone road that you making a road by the stone that you collected, push up every day, one by one, stepping around and moving around to your goal. Or need the tsunami. Oh, the tsunami has coming, nowhere to stand on. Using the stone that you carry on, toss it around like a mountain and move onto that mountain. The tsunami are under your mountain because of the stone that you stand on. It's because of your hard work. You use your hard work to be continue to be as your own home and your own shelter to stay on it. Nothing can end your goal at all. Stuff like that about life. And that's all. Think about that. This is our whip. A whip. A plate. A plate that connected to the whip. Swing it in the form of the snake. Moving snake on the ground, moving snake in the water. Swing it in the form of the snake. After we mastering the form of the snake, and then start to moving to the neck controlling, swing around the body, and then swing the object, slice through everything around you. And this is the second part. And the longer the whip are, but not too long. Too long it's not easy to control at all. It off the limit. Long but held the limit, but not too long. Long, perfectly long to control it, the whip. And this is a martial art whip, and that's all.